Liverpool are sending shockwaves through the football world with one of the most unexpected signings of the summer, and they've just secured a world-class number 9. Out of nowhere, the Reds have pulled off a surprise deal that no one saw coming, landing a top-tier striker who's ready to lead the line under Arne Slot. With fans and pundits alike stunned by the sudden breakthrough, this move signals a bold new chapter at Anfield. But before we break down all the details of this blockbuster transfer, there are several other major Liverpool stories developing behind the scenes. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's happening at Anfield right now. Let's get into it.
Darwin Núñez is reportedly on the verge of completing a move to Serie A side Napoli, with the Uruguayan forward set to be named as the direct replacement for outgoing striker Victor Osimhen. Negotiations between Liverpool and Napoli have intensified in recent weeks, with sources close to the deal suggesting that an agreement is now close, pending the finalization of personal terms and contract details. Napoli, preparing for a major reshuffle in their attacking department under new manager Antonio Conte, have identified Núñez as their ideal option to fill the void expected to be left by Osimhen, who is attracting heavy interest from top European clubs, including Paris Saint-Germain and Chelsea. The transfer represents a significant development for both clubs. For Liverpool, it could mark the end of Núñez's turbulent 2-year spell at Anfield, where the striker showed flashes of brilliance but struggled to consistently deliver in front of goal. Despite his impressive work rate, physical presence, and ability to create chances, Núñez often found himself under scrutiny for his finishing and decision-making in key moments. With Arne Slot now at the helm and looking to reshape the squad in his image, the potential departure of Núñez could open the door for a different type of forward more suited to Slot's tactical preferences. Reports suggest that the transfer fee could be in the region of 70 to 80 million euros, a figure that would reflect Liverpool's initial investment in Núñez when he was signed from Benfica in 2022. While some details remain to be ironed out, personal terms between the player and Napoli are said to be close to agreed, and an official announcement could arrive as early as next week if talks continue to progress smoothly. The move would mark one of the biggest transfer stories of the summer, not only because of the high-profile nature of the clubs involved but also due to what it represents for both sides. Liverpool are reportedly on the verge of finalizing a significant deal for Crystal Palace centre-back Marc Guéhi, with negotiations now believed to be in the advanced stages. While the potential transfer has remained largely out of the media spotlight, much of the groundwork has been taking place behind the scenes over the past several weeks. The Reds have been quietly but actively pursuing the 23-year-old England international as part of a broader plan to strengthen their defensive line ahead of the new season under recently appointed head coach Arne Slot. Guéhi, who has established himself as one of the most consistent and composed young defenders in the Premier League, is seen as a perfect fit for Liverpool's evolving tactical setup. Known for his strong positional sense, aerial ability, and composure under pressure, Guéhi brings not only defensive solidity but also leadership qualities that have impressed both club and country. Liverpool's interest in Guéhi aligns with the club's broader objective of rebuilding key areas of the squad. With Joel Matip having departed at the end of last season and ongoing future concerns surrounding Ibrahima Konate and Joe Gomez, the need for reliable defensive reinforcements has become increasingly urgent. Virgil van Dijk remains a cornerstone of the backline, but the club is conscious of the need to plan for the future and ensure adequate depth across competitions, particularly with the return of Champions League football. Talks between Liverpool and Crystal Palace have reportedly accelerated in recent days, with a deal potentially worth in excess of £50 million being discussed. While Palace are understandably reluctant to part ways with one of their key defensive assets, they are aware of growing player interest in a move and may be willing to negotiate if their valuation is met. Personal terms with Guéhi are not expected to pose a significant hurdle, as sources indicate the player is keen on making the step up to a club competing for domestic and European honours. The move, if completed, would mark a major statement of intent from Liverpool's recruitment team and sporting director Richard Hughes, who are aiming to act swiftly and decisively in this summer window. Guéhi would not only add quality to the squad but also align with the club's strategy of investing in young, Premier League proven talent with room to grow. As things stand, an official announcement could be made in the coming days if the final details are ironed out without complications. Liverpool have now made a formal bid for Sporting CP striker Viktor Gyökeres, firmly inserting themselves into the race for the Swedish forward's signature after rival suitors Manchester United and Arsenal encountered significant setbacks in their respective pursuits. According to multiple sources close to the negotiations, talks between Sporting and both Premier League clubs had reached a standstill due to valuation disagreements and complications surrounding performance-based add-ons and payment structure. Sensing a clear opening in the market, Liverpool have acted swiftly and decisively, submitting a proposal that now places them as front-runners to land one of Europe's most in-demand strikers. Gyökeres, who enjoyed a sensational 2023-24 season in Portugal with Sporting, scoring over 40 goals across all competitions, has rapidly risen to the top of several elite clubs' transfer wish lists. His combination of strength, work rate, technical ability, and clinical finishing has made him a standout figure in Sporting's title-winning campaign. With a release clause set at €100 million, Sporting are in a strong negotiating position and are not believed to be willing to accept a significantly lower fee. However, Liverpool's bid reportedly signals serious intent, and although it may not yet fully match the release clause, it is thought to be structured attractively enough to initiate advanced talks. What makes Liverpool's position particularly strong is Gyökeres' openness to the move. The 26-year-old striker is reportedly intrigued by the idea of leading the line at Anfield under new head coach Arne Slot, whose attacking philosophy and emphasis on dynamic forward play are believed to align well with Gyökeres' style. From Liverpool's perspective, the bid reflects a targeted and strategic approach to the summer window. With questions lingering over Darwin Núñez's long-term future at the club, and reported interest in the Uruguayan from Napoli and other European sides, the Reds are exploring elite-level options to reinforce their attacking unit. While Núñez's departure is not yet confirmed, Liverpool appear to be acting preemptively, ensuring they do not lose ground in the market should a change up front materialize. Manchester United and Arsenal, meanwhile, are not entirely out of the race, but both clubs face internal and external complications. United, constrained by financial fair play considerations and still resolving other squad priorities, have been hesitant to meet Sporting's high asking price. Arsenal, while admirers of Gyökeres, are believed to be weighing multiple striker options and have yet to make a formal bid. This hesitation has allowed Liverpool to steal a march on their Premier League rivals. As it stands, the next few days will be pivotal. Alexander Isak remains Liverpool's #1 striker target this summer, with the Anfield hierarchy reportedly prepared to break the bank to bring the Swedish international to Merseyside. The Newcastle United forward has emerged as one of the most exciting and complete attacking talents in the Premier League, and Liverpool view him as the perfect centerpiece for their evolving project under new head coach Arne Slot. Sources close to the club indicate that Liverpool have been tracking Isak closely over the past 12 months, and internal discussions have consistently placed him at the top of their striker shortlist. While other names such as Viktor Gyökeres and Ivan Toney have been linked, it is Isak who has emerged as the clear favorite among the recruitment team. His ability to drop deep, link play, and make intelligent runs behind the defense fits perfectly with the fluid, dynamic style of play Arne Slot is expected to implement. Additionally, at just 24 years old, Isak represents the right age profile for Liverpool's model of signing players entering their prime. Newcastle United, however, are reluctant to part ways with their star striker, particularly to a direct Premier League rival. The Magpies reportedly value Isak at over £90 million and have no pressing need to sell unless a bid arrives that is simply too substantial to refuse. Liverpool are aware that any deal for Isak will likely require a club record transfer fee, potentially eclipsing the £85 million paid for Darwin Núñez in 2022, and are currently weighing the financial implications of such an ambitious move. Isak himself is believed to be open to the idea of joining Liverpool, particularly given the chance to play Champions League football, compete for major trophies, and work under a manager like Slot, who is known for developing attacking talent. While no formal negotiations between the clubs have been publicly confirmed, talks are said to be taking place behind the scenes as Liverpool assess whether Newcastle's valuation can be met or negotiated. This potential transfer would not only make waves within the Premier League but would also signal Liverpool's serious intent to re-establish themselves as title contenders after a transitional period.